Yeah. We were muted until right now.
I gotta tell my homies.
Okay.
Alright. I'm sorry. Okay, so what do I do here? Do I need to do anything special?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you? I don't know. Text your mom, tell her you're on TV or something.
I just did. Well, I texted my friend Laser, and
Of course, you have a friend named Laser.
hell yeah.
Do you mind if I text some friends real quick, guys?
Go crazy.
Okay.
We're gonna go up to the commentary layer. Have a great match, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, let me make sure.
All right. So are we?
Scott lost his cam. Okay. Correct.
Ken, what's up, man?
Aloha, Scott. How are you, dude?
Good. How are you? Whereabouts are you from? Hawaii, I'm guessing?
I'm from
This is kind of a cool match here. Are we live, Simon?
Yeah, we're live.
Right, great. Yeah, this is a match between Mox Emerald Scott from the Seattle scene and Ken Fritz, who is from the Hawaii Dudes of Paradise. So the event today started for Scott at 7 a.m. and it started for Ken at 4 in the morning local time. We have actually I think 4 guys from Hawaii playing in this event, and that's pretty crazy.
To be here.
100%, it's dedication and just I don't know. They must really like old school.
Who doesn't?
So Ken is on kind of a neat like transmute type toolboxy deck, and see if I can pull them up here. And then Scott is on.
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, I'll keep as well.
He calls it Countergeddon. It is a kind of a Bant. It's a Bant Urnham list with some very eclectic. Like one of he's got like one counter spell, a mana drain, one Savannah Lions, 2 Scavenger Folks. There's some interesting like numbers of cards in here. In Scott's deck is pretty neat. So both of these are, they're in established archetypes, they're close enough, but they're both doing some kind of interesting, kind of wacky things, little off the beaten track.
And these guys are also 3-1, we should say.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah, important to say that. This is at table 9. Yeah, I thought it would be good to feature some guys from the far western time zones on the stream. These guys are both still alive to make top 8.
And I will pass the turn to you, sir.
And Ken's running library.
Countable library, yeah. Is that a bio then?
I think it's bio, yeah, and a factory.
Checking that.
Wait, maybe it's not a bayou. Let's see. Because I said he was on Bant. I want to make sure. Maybe he's splashing for. Let me pull up his list.
I think alters are the worst when you play on cam, but yeah.
No, it looks like there is a bayou. He is splashing black for Tutor. I don't see a Mind Twist. Splashing for Tutor off 1 bayou, a jet, some Birds of Paradise.
All right.
I don't even see City of Brass in this list.
Nice. And I will
Kind of an interesting.
your scavenger.
Interesting.
Double mana vault into a trike. Yeah. Well, this mana also do some real damage here.
Well, I'm wondering if Ken has a transmute literally next turn. At least get one of them.
That's true. And still, he has a 3/3 trike here. This should mean his. Okay, swords. And then attack with
Swords in
2.
the trike. I wonder if Scott is going to shoot his own trike, to send it to the yard so he can reconstruct or do some kind of graveyard shenanigans later on.
But he'll be off of library now, right?
I think he went off library to play the Mana Vaults and the Trike, right?
Take 2.
So he's just going to take the 2 there.
I mean, sure, it looks good to get in with a trike there, but if you're just hitting a library, are you really losing?
Yeah, I don't think so. Although it looks like he's got a pretty healthy fan of cards there. Here's a transmute, it's for sure, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously.
What are you grabbing here, Scott?
But it's probably even better to have library. I just feel like whenever you're considering what?
What did he grab? Book.
How does it grab a book? I don't understand.
You pay the difference?
Yeah, but he can't.
One, no, yeah, he can only get a 1, 2, or 3 right now, right? Yeah, book
now,
would be nice.
Whenever you consider going off library, you probably shouldn't.
That's a decent heuristic for sure.
Whenever it's close, sort of like taking a mulligan these days. Whenever you're considering taking a mulligan, you probably should.
You should, yeah, for sure.
With London, because you're probably used to playing not with London, and then when it's actually London, that probably means that you should instead. Also interesting that he wanted a book here. Is that really what you want? Oh, it's small book. No, but like he doesn't have that much mana.
And then
that other
pass the turn to you.
mana vault ticking down.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty tenuous.
I mean, I don't know what he's doing here, what his plan is, but is it really a book? If you wanted that, wouldn't he have stayed on the library instead? It's cool. Like I can respect going for weird transmute plays. I'm mana for a Sarah Angel.
Yeah. The 5-er.
Sure.
So now what? You take a damage here.
I guess you have to.
Have to do. I mean, you need the mana to either use Javelin Tome or like cast a thing that's going to answer the Angel.
That was 16.
You can't take an entire turn to untap that stupid thing. You're on a serious clock now if you're Ken. There's a land. He's got a swords for the Angel, so made it out of that. Soul Ring, so he's got plenty of mana. God, yeah. Coming off that library, it's sort of like defining the game.
He's on 2 cards now.
You know the trike is going to get answered, right? So
no,
you can play that so much more slowly.
Counterspell? No, he's digging for 1.
Yep. Now does he have to pitch a jet? Probably just for the jet.
Yes.
I'll pay 1, 2, 3, untap.
Right, so he's untapping. He's done taking damage from the Mana Vault.
I really like that, by the way, like putting it among your lands when it's untapped, but keeping it somewhere else when it's tapped, just to keep it up. Okay, factory. Yeah, factory does something, I guess. Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
It's a 7 mana answer.
Coffin is 3 to act. It's 3 to activate, right? So we can right now.
You can do that. What's that then? Okay.
Remind me about the coffin. Is it 2 tap it?
I have to pay. Yeah, I'll read it to you. I pay 3 mana and tap it. Select a creature in play. That creature is considered out of play as long as
you play the factory this turn, right? So you can't block.
He just played the factory.
So you could like not activating the coffin until the attacks. That would mean that he could factory otherwise, but here he would likely not want that. So I guess Scott could just attack him with the factory if he wanted to. Well.
I guess I'll pay 1, 2,
looks like he has other things to play.
Armageddon.
Oh,
Again,
okay. I mean, that's
Okay.
the card.
I will.
he's got to activate the coffin in response, obviously. Be a much better situation if the coffin were not
I guess it's like
there.
Of course. Is that a land spell?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Leave her face up.
I mean, do you just hope that the
Your dice or something.
mana vault kills Ken now? It's a long way to go.
I mean, yeah, Soul Ring.
Remember, it's all
That's the bop.
He's got a soul ring, and the soul ring can he can see 2 cards a turn with the soul ring in the
Exactly,
tome.
yeah. So he's never going to be locked under the Geddon, really. Okay, another a land and a bop obviously makes this much better for.
Yeah, no, you can see what was going on in Scott's head before that he cast the Geddon, because it
Sure,
did not feel like a slam dunk. It's, I mean, still
Right.
frankly doesn't, but
Go ahead.
at least Ken's taking damage.
It's all right. I mean, I could see just attacking with the factory that turn instead, but probably not.
Mhm.
tap 3 for a Saren.
Depends on what else he had, if he had something.
That's a serendipity.
Okay.
I'll activate
I
the
was wondering.
Good that you know. Okay. It doesn't help very much, Scott, but
Yeah.
I'll go to untap.
okay, so it discards the disenchant to Jalen Tomb, still takes the damage here, and 14. So he's down to so few cards that the book doesn't do very much because he needs to play the lands as well to be able to do something. This dib does some real damage here, I think.
I'll activate the tome.
Okay.
Discard a trike. Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. I'll go to 22. Draw.
Sure, well, I mean, first real damage. Except for the
Play Savannah.
trike before.
Swing for 3.
No blocks.
Get you at
At 11.
Yeah.
And I will pass turn.
Tap.
Plus 11 passes. Huh.
Mm,
Take a point. Go to 10. City of Brass.
okay. He draws the land.
Put
There's something here. Probably untaps.
Tentacle.
Weapon.
I think that
I redirect damage done to
It's
totally
not so
helps
great.
against
from
Serendipity, right?
target creature of opponent's choice.
Should we explain what Nova Pentacle is? I confess that I'm gonna have to look it up again. It's
Choose my dib.
does it work if he's only attacking with 1 creature? Not really, right?
No, it doesn't, because then it kills the bird anyway. It sort of works if you attack with 2 dibs, for example, and
Sorry, I have to pay
one gets through and the other one kills a bird,
3 mana tap. Okay. I take 1, go to 21. You got
I believe.
crazy stuff over there, man.
Yeah.
Also feel to activate, right?
I don't know.
So,
I like to be prepared.
just Cedar
Okay,
Brass
3 to
and-
activate. Next time the
Oh, 3 to
Serendip
activate?
next time the Serendip would do damage to you this turn. Oh, okay, so it does. It actually blanks the Serendip and kills the birds. Right.
Right, but if you had 2 Serendibs, for example, then one would get in.
Yeah.
Spirit link the dib.
Okay.
Spirit.
Now, if you're redirecting the Nova Pentacle, the Serendip damage, at least Scott's still gaining life. So that's a 6 damage swing this turn.
Go ahead.
Yes. So down to
It's
5
really not
here.
trivial to 3 mana to activate the Pentacle at this point, right? Because he's playing these games. He's got 4 mana. He's playing these games with the tapped mana vault.
It's to like untap the mana vault now, then play a land, then use the mana vault to activate the pentacle. Next turn,
Pentacle.
untap, taking the damage. Then he's sort of
Decision here because
gone, taking damage every turn.
I have to add
Yeah.
That still means 2 more or something.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I'm in
I don't know. Either, no matter how you slice it for Ken,
I'm going to untap the vault.
Yeah.
All good.
is he contemplating untapping this thing?
You have a savannah, you got birds.
And a trop and 2 birds.
Yeah. Okay.
Really save him anything, right? No. I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna leave it tapped.
Okay.
So I'll take a point from the vault. Yeah.
It's going to 5 here.
Yep. And then I'll draw.
That getting was really good for Scott.
Yeah, ultimately, I agree. I raised an eyebrow at the second that it resolved, but it definitely it's paid off. So Ken's going to take another damage here. Off the city.
What's he doing?
It's like he almost doesn't want to cast that card that he drew.
Is it a counterspell?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, I know it could be. That's the
It's
problem.
something.
It's like, okay. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to slow play you.
No, you are completely fine. Don't
I
worry
I
feel
really like Noble Pentacle in
wiggle out of this.
weird
I
formats,
just,
I would say. Like, for
really, right
example,
now, I have
and
no
last time I played it was in the Rotisserie draft we did.
and
Take your
it's
time.
Yeah,
These
it's
kind
in more limited feeling formats, slower formats, it can be a thing. It's a thing in Singleton.
I'm
Dominic Dotterer,
attempt to
I think he played Nova Pinnacle in his like mono red control deck
Oh, he did,
Chalice, for
yeah.
example.
Oh, thank
That's true. Like, it's one of those cards that's it's a little bit underrated because it's not played at all, and it's
Yeah.
kind of okay, but it's still not a powerhouse. But it can fill certain roles.
Well, it's just so slow and expensive for like normal constructed 93, 94, but it is a card in the pool that even if you play a format that's even a step or two slower, it becomes a thing. And clearly, like in Singleton, if you're hurting for playables, there is a lot of stuff to do in the kind of grindy, control-y, like expensive card space in old school. Where
Wait, is he doing Nova Pentacle on Cedar Brass? Wait. Oh,
yeah, we're gesturing wildly with
Wait.
City.
Can we do
Oh, it is the next time a source of your choice. He can actually
You can start feeling the
pinging the
birds.
birds with the City of Brass damage. That is hot. That is
That is-
hot. Yeah.
I think so. Can you just read the
And then,
pentacle?
because the dib is gone, right? So otherwise, normally, like before, he couldn't do it because he'd just say, "Okay, do a damage to the dib," because it's Scott who the opponent Scott is choosing.
Yep.
That
That's actually
creature to do the damage to. That is some deep state tech.
He's still dying to the mana vault though.
That is some tech that I think made streaming this match completely worthwhile. I've never seen that before.
I can agree with that.
Redirect your City of Brass damage with Nova Pinnacle to kill a Bird of Paradise. That's why I got out of bed this morning, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I got to see an almost lethal Stormseeker as well. That was also one of the high points of the day.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I called it like, okay, what if we draw Stormseeker here?
Yeah.
That was also kind of fun.
Hey, you guys had some great calls in those early rounds.
No, I won't.
Oh, really? Mano learned something new about rules. I could not have guessed this one. Who would have thought that such a thing was possible?
Yeah, okay. No, I'm going to untap the vault and go to 4.
Okay, what is happening here? Is it stabilizing?
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually untapped. Okay, so now here's
Okay.
2.
Okay.
No, it's not 4. Okay, now I said that right. This is kind of interesting. Scott has been drawing Stone Cold Nothing for turns here, I guess. Ken is still very low on mana here, so the Pentacle, while he can activate it, it's not like a permanent source. That's great. Does Scott finally have something? Nothing's happening.
I'm gonna pay 2 here for a regrowth.
Yeah.
Regrowth. Targeting. Again? Factory?
I'll play factory.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I guess he's
that?
he has a Syringe on play maybe, but then the bird will die.
What lands
Or I mean in hand.
Right. The bird will die, and then
Savannah and a factory.
If you have a solo attacker and nothing else, can you redirect the damage back to the factory?
Yeah, that kills it. So
I don't know what the...
is that really the best thing you had in the graveyard? It doesn't have a disenchant, I'm pretty sure, but
Man, that getting,
Huh.
dude. That. Jeez. I'm like, okay. I'm sorry for any of the viewers that are watching me deliberate this. I know that there's like a thing that I can do. I just don't know what I'm doing.
I don't really know.
Okay.
I guess Ken is debating whether to kill the bird now or not.
I'll take a point. I'll take a point from
If
the
it does,
city.
that means the factory will get in.
Well, I'll cast
Ken doesn't
Hmm.
have removal. I guess that's something. No, it was demonic
Here we
too.
go.
Not
damage coming.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I think you have to take it before you
This is such a funky match.
Wait one here.
No, you're right.
Do you think it goes for ancestral or something better?
redirecting.
I don't know what I'm doing. Cut me some slack.
Okay.
I'll get that.
He still has the mana vault for the pentacle. Did he demonic tutor for a flower stone?
And I pass the turn to you.
That what just happened?
Untap. Draw.
I think Ken demonic tutor for a flower stone.
He looked.
I guess it felt like when Scott regrowed a factory, so then it feels fair to demonic tutor for a flower.
He picked up his deck. He looked through every single card in it and decided that the exact right one for the situation is Felwar Stone.
I would have advised going for ancestral and drawing follower on the land instead.
Mana.
Good plan.
We'll tap 5. And we'll try to play.
There's a Lotus from Scott. Casting the angel. Yeah, okay. So you wanted the land for the angel, but okay. I don't like casting that Lotus.
Sapphire. Card
Exactly, mana. That's basically fair to find.
Okay.
Okay.
Mirror Universe.
Mirror.
Go ahead.
Yes. It's dead.
Untap.
Yeah.
Draw.
On board. But on the other hand, Pentacle is kind of confusing, so maybe Scott doesn't attack with the angel in the factory.
Right.
Who knows, right?
Oh, I think
I
you
would
did.
probably have
I think you win.
understood, but
Was it? Yeah.
not
So
the city, wasn't it? But
he's attacking with both.
found it. Yeah, it was complicated.
Awesome. Good game, man. That was awesome.
I would advise not leaving yourself dead to board when you have outs, but I don't know.
You're s-
Yeah, well, either way, you still
You're so picky, Svante. Come on.
right?
Yeah, I was like, that's why I got the
All right.
There was no other creatures in there.
Well,
so.
one thing I'm trying to resolve it here is they're going to go to board. For some reason, the raffle has like frozen and is not accepting more raffle ticket purchases. So if you've been trying to get through, I apologize. I'm in the back end trying to figure out what the hell is going on because we're supposed to have about 2 hours left to purchase tickets. So apologies for the inconvenience.
You guys have too much money already.
Yeah, I will still gladly take your money. You can reach out and I can take donations, straight donations through PayPal and apply them directly to the fundraising totals. But I will after this match, I'll try and figure out how to unscrew up the raffle. I don't know why it did that, but that's the joy of using a platform you never used before for the first time for an event like this.
Mano is suggesting you use not closing the raffle off until tomorrow. Is that possible to just move it forward?
I mean,
deadline?
tried pushing back the timing of it like an hour just to see what would happen, and it hasn't taken the pause off. So I don't know if that's going to matter or not. I also put in a tech support ticket, and it says that no one from this platform is working again until Monday. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is the worst thing that happens today. I feel like we're still in pretty good shape. I will look into it after I get off the stream here.
Really good here.
Man,
Sure.
I feel like,
All right. Hey Simon, if you're on and listening, if we had the ability to put the deck photos up on the stream,
on my heels that entire
let's
game.
go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I mean, I can go through their lists quickly.
Yeah, it doesn't count if you make a play error.
As they pile shuffle here. So Ken Fritz, he calls this deck Snap On. It is it's a transmute toolbox deck. He's running 3 transmutes. It's in the Esper colors. He's really only in black though for, excuse me, he's in the black for Tutor and Twist. And I don't see black cards in his sideboard either. And he's got a couple of abysses. He's got abysses hiding there in the dark.
It's just Esper artifact control instead of counter spells, he has to transmute toolbox basically.
He's got some neat little one-ofs, like the Reconstruction, the Pentacle, which featured heavily in that last match, the Coffin, which we also saw. Yeah, it's a neat archetype, and he's got some stuff to bring out of the board.
Because we have a group that we play like Commander, and we play
Icy feels reasonable potentially, or the bottle. Pull up a bottle against the dibs. Let's look at Scott's deck. This is basically a Bant get in. He does have 4 Urnum and 2 Serendib. He's not running. He's not running City of Brass, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
How do you feel about that 1 lion?
It's an interesting number. I wonder how you arrive at that number.
I don't think I've ever seen an actual constructed deck with 1 lion that wasn't like a singleton deck, right?
I agree. Do you think it started with 3 lions and cut 2 for scavenger folks to preserve the curve?
I mean, I like scavenger folk. I like scavenger folk here generally. If you're planning on getting, certainly you want other ways to get rid of moxes and such. He has
counter get him, and he's playing 1 counter spell.
And a mana drain, yeah. Do you think those Azure Drakes make an appearance out of the board?
Of course, it's the best blue card.
I'm gonna pitch.
From bottle as well.
They're kind of better against aggro though. I don't know if he's going to bring those in against the toolbox control.
Like, you don't want 4/4s. You want 2/4s against Nova Pentacle in general.
The dust, the disenchants. Even though if the Hercules comes in, it's kind of not that sort of artifacts deck. Right.
Yeah, so like boarding in all seriousness, 2 disenchants.
I don't know if I just random.
And I don't know. Maybe that.
Really, there's no way to know.
I feel like that seems to help. Maybe it's a mental thing.
Yeah, I think that's what I think it's a placebo. It's a placebo shuffle, If I draw crap,
Cutting Spirit Link and something else for disenchants.
Totally.
I would guess.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna look at 7, and then I'm gonna put 1 back.
Okay.
So no heavy boarding in any case.
Indeed.
I'll be putting that 1 back.
Right. So Ken goes to 6, puts 1 down, and he's on the play here. Starts with a library on 5 cards.
But last game, I didn't want to sit there and just do that all game.
I love the gesticulating Like Ken's hands are very emotive. In this, there's the strip. So Ken's got 5 cards.
Gotten that out of the way.
At least he doesn't have to sandbag trying to get up on library. He can just go about his business.
Do you play another land other than strip on the next turn in case he doesn't do anything?
Come on, man.
That's the turn.
Just time walk out of it.
Cards in?
Yeah, I mean,
7.
that's probably a
Danger,
little bit.
the danger is obviously that if he doesn't want to do that and just plays a land and play something, then you have skipped, like giving him a mana instead.
Right. Yeah. That's a big swing depending on what happens.
Probably just play another land. Now we have the library himself, of course, but I would probably have done it in the other order.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Right. Play your library. If you have both library and strip in your opening hand, you know he's on 5 cards. Play your library.
And then strip next turn.
Yeah.
So
100%. Well, here's a chaos orb at least, so we'll have a game perhaps.
well,
Unless he's got a disenchant.
disenchant exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a savannah and a bird and a.
Disenchant the orb.
Not even gonna wait for him to activate it. Just kill it.
7. I'll draw a card.
I mean, you don't have counter spells, etc. Counter rounds.
Wow. So advantage Scott, heavy advantage Scott at this point.
Go ahead.
It's like 4 cards up from whatever.
Yeah.
So
This
good
might
and
not.
well done.
This might not be much of a contest here, but it will take a little bit to see at least how Scott is going to get there.
1, 2, 4.
Using an Arnon, I guess.
We'll swing for 1.
Don't get off library. Come
Make a
on.
point.
Draw the cards.
I'll pay 4 for. Go ahead.
He's still got 6 in hand.
Yeah, but I skipped drawing this turn.
I'll plow the gin.
Draw the cards. Come
Go
on.
ahead.
That one gets 1 for 1, but now you can untap and draw 2 more.
Ay, ay, ay. They're just gonna keep coming, and I don't know. Like, I can't.
Draw.
We'll play a factory.
Miscounted. Was he on 7?
Okay. Well, we'll swing for 1.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Attack with the scavenger folk.
We'll pay 4 for another.
Doesn't like draw cards anymore.
Right. Yeah. Now I'm
Which is
confused.
It's not very unfair to draw cards when your opponent doesn't do
He
anything,
definitely had
so-
6 coming into that turn.
Yeah, I mean, he plays cards instead.
Go
There's
ahead.
no earthly reason to not draw 2.
True.
Because he can still cast the ornament. He left the bird untapped.
I'll pay 1 to draw another card.
Mhm.
Okay, now it draws cards? Yeah. Why not? Let's skip 2.
Activate the factory.
Who's gonna use that anyway, huh?
Swing for 7.
Okay. I'm at 11.
Right, attack for 7 here.
6, 7.
Not that it matters, but
I'll play a Mox. And
that's
I mean,
well,
Faster.
Could
I
matter.
forget that because I believe these decks are interesting and interactive in general. It's kind of sad to see it end on library, but
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of say that is also right. So
I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb.
Maybe Scott's sad also, and that's why he's
That's
not
why.
not writing library as hard as he could.
Playing, like, I'm like sitting here thinking that the game's over, but I
Yes.
feel like the game is over. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, draw.
mm,
See. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
we have like 15 minutes left in the round, so I don't think we can get another match either.
No. Yeah, I think we would
Yeah.
just break.
Activate the factory.
Maybe we can chat with these guys a little bit after, and let's just take a quick break.
Take 5.
Disenchant here, but still just down to
Yeah,
6.
it's nothing unless
Got 8 in hand.
unless you rip balance.
And even that would not be amazing.
Right,
Oh,
'cause-
the lion.
Well, because Ken's been
No.
discarding to hand. He's been discarding to hand. Yeah, there's the lion, right?
Yeah, the lone lion. Mm.
All
Yeah.
right,
Time twister.
Yeah, Twister is close to scoop there. I think. I mean, it's
Counter, you win.
In theory, you can always just win on twister, at least if you play regrowth. Then I think Ken doesn't, but you do have the random odd of like random out of
So I need
playing twister, playing walk, regrowing the twister, playing it again, and playing out
Sure.
everything, and just go.
balance.
I mean, you can.
Oh,
You
what do you
can
want
do
here?
it.
Like Lotus, Mox balance or something?
Whatever.
Yes.
I prefer the pearl and the jet, right? Because then that gets extra cards out of my hand.
That is.
And hope God doesn't draw one of his two
Yeah.
counter spells and counter good.
And 3
Yeah.
mana wall to time wall.
Maybe board one out. You never know.
There you go.
Right, yeah. That's reasonable.
No, it isn't. It could have been.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Desperation time twister.
All right, good games. Did you
Yeah.
No.
the puzzle?
Okay.
Well, I could never get. I had it.
Yeah, that's it. The bottle was a little bit later.
Yeah, for sure.
Artifact to be able to turn into a city and a.
I mean, when you play bottles,
Well-played game, your deck is
additional
very-
ways of handling library and still lose to it.
Thanks.
It's a little bit of a feel bad, but yeah, what can you do? Those things just happen.
Mhm.
So
Bottle, so the Urnums
there is that.
usually stay in, but
Yeah, a bit of shame that wasn't more of a. I mean, I guess we got to see Ken deploy some of his toys.
kind of stay out.
In,
think game
in
one
game
was-
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That really affect me,
It
but
was grindy and cool, and a lot of transmute things, and taking damage off of mana bolts, and seeing Nova Pentacle in action at the 3-1 table isn't something you see every day.
I
I
used to run that.
think we could be too disappointed about this.
It always ended up hurting me because I
Right, so he brought in blasts. He brought in. Oh, does he start with one bottle main and then bring in a second bottle? Is that what happened?
Anymore, but
I think so.
that would be a mistake. But I could never get them to function how I wanted. So
Well, that was.
That's exactly what happened.